forgot my tablet, so I didn't want to waste any more paper, so I just used Scratch.
Well, here, I'll scoot this over here, and that way if you need to see anything, you can,
And my eyesight's going, Chuck, so you, oh yeah, it's very good.
you can zoom it in really big.
I went to a guy today and I said,
Volume. Turn that baby down.
That's what Mexico will do to you. Tricycle.
Oh man, I tell you, I gotta feel like it's more stress than anything else.
You got what?
Stress.
Down
Blood
there?
pressure. Oh no, just
Just here, yeah.
here,
Yeah.
lining up to the wedding,
Oh, yeah.
trying to leave, military, kids,
Yeah.
blood pressure.
It's like when I would squeeze all those vacations in when the kids were grown up. When you come back, you say, why'd I even go? Took so long to get ready, so much stuff, so much to catch up on. Why'd I even go?
I don't know if I told you, but Ashley fell off of
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's doing fine, but a little scraped up. But it could have been bad. We just got really lucky.
I'm gonna tear it down next week.
And
Spent half a day in a clinic down there.
did they question you as to whether you pushed?
Oh, yeah.
Like that one guy up in Rocky Mountain? Yeah.
Oh, but Ashley made a joke. I jumped in, and then all these older people were up above, and then she was joking
Working.
to them.
Too damn hard now.
I wonder why he just got life insurance policy
Like
on
off on
me.
her.
And then I go back up, we jump off together, she's climbing up, then she falls off. That was kind of like karma or something. Yeah, it was kind of.
It's 6 o'clock. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And everyone turn your microphones on and turn your cell phones off, and we'll have roll call.
Mayor Schoenberger.
Here.
Councilor Anderson.
Here.
Councilor Becker.
Here.
Councilor Dykes.
Here.
Councilor Quinlan.
Here.
Councilor Smith.
Here.
Everyone has a copy of the minutes of the regular meeting of September 28th. Are there any corrections? Hearing none, they stand approved as submitted. And everyone also has a copy of the minutes of the special meeting of October 5th. Are there any corrections? And hearing none, they stand approved as submitted. Moving on to management, the petition for annexation. Karen.
This has been a long time coming. We've dealt with this at a couple different levels over the past year or two, with looking at the property there just east of Hospital Road. And it was, I forget, at least a year or two ago when we were working with the county commissioners and put into place an intergovernmental agreement with them whereby they allowed us to take the lead on getting the Hospital Road reconstructed to its current condition. And part of that agreement was that the city will ultimately annex the roadway so that it becomes inside the city limits. I think most people, when they go by there, already assume it's already inside city limits and don't quite realize the boundary line distinction. Because right now that boundary line sits on the east side of that roadway and the right-of-way line. So in working with the city attorney, we looked at how to go about getting this annex, especially since it is just a roadway and not any other adjacent land. And under state statute, there is a limitation that you cannot do it like another municipally owned property annexation. We did one of those not too long ago with the farmland property. As such, we have to do the full-blown petition and notice process since it is just the roadway that we are annexing. So in front of you this evening, you have a copy of the petition that was prepared by the city attorney. And that petition does come with 2 Mylar maps which identify the area to be annexed. And you've got a small diagram of that in your packet that shows that roadway area. So the first item this evening would be for council to allow or recommend that the mayor sign that petition. And then the next step in that annexation process is where the council adopts a resolution that finds that petition is complete and accurate and ready for the annexation process. So you would sign that, or have the mayor sign that resolution, and then from there staff goes about taking care of all the publications that need to happen in the newspaper. And we're looking at setting that hearing on this item for November 23rd at 6 p.m. here in this room. So questions?
All right. Is there a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the petition?
I make a motion for you to sign the petition.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? And roll call vote.
Counselor Smith,
Yes.
Counselor Quinlan,
Yes.
Counselor Dykes,
Yes.
Counselor Becker,
Yes.
Counselor Anderson,
Yes.
Mayor Schomburger.
Yes. Moving on to number B, is there a resolution or a motion to approve resolution number 2015-14?
I make a motion to approve the resolution.
All right.
Second?
Do we need to read it by title?
Sure.
Should be.
Okay, hang on here.
Uh,
Make a motion to approve resolution 2015-14, a resolution finding a petition for annexation of parcel of land located in SE 1/4 section 33 and SW 1/4 of section 34, township 4 north, range 56 west of the 6th principal meridian, Morgan County, Colorado, to be in substantial compliance with CRS 31-12-107 parentheses 1.
Second?
That was quite a title. Any further discussion? And roll call vote.
Can't tell you how hard that was to write.
Counselor Quinlan,
Yes.
Counselor Dykes,
Yes.
Counselor Becker,
Yes.
Counselor Anderson,
Yes.
Mayor Schomburger,
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Andrea,
Yes.
you should sign the circulator's petition on or affidavit on the petition,
Okay.
because you're gonna be handing that to Mayor Schoenberger for his signature.
Okay.
Moving on to finance.
Okay. I make a motion to approve disbursements and payroll from September 28th through October 12th, totaling $292,074.04. Second.
Second motion, second. Any discussion? And roll call vote.
Counselor Dykes,
Yes.
Counselor Becker,
Yes.
Counselor Anderson,
Yes.
Mayor Schomburger,
Yes.
Counselor Smith,
Yes.
Counselor Quinlan.
Yes.
Number B, the proposed 2016 budget submitted. Joanne.
In your packets this evening, you will have found a proposed budget for 2016. By state statute, we are required to submit a budget to our council by October the 15th. So that's what you have in front of you is a proposed budget. It does not include any personnel, and it does not include any of the capital requests at this time.
Thank you. Moving on to staff reports. We'll go right back to Joanne with finance.
I have nothing this evening.
Next on my list is fire with Tad.
Couple of things. We had a meeting tonight. Are we gonna talk about that later on? Or we wanna do that now?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. We had a meeting with DOLA this evening, talking about what our options were, how to proceed. What we came to the conclusion is the city's gonna go ahead and apply for a DOLA grant. We need to have another meeting, which is gonna be scheduled at the end of the week, to decide on whether or not we're gonna try for the December cycle, or we're gonna go for April cycle for next year. But there was some great discussion on how we need to move forward, and with that discussion comes a lot of work that has to be done in order to get that process going. We had the rural board representative, myself, and the administrator there with Joanne and Andrea, and there were, I think, a lot of things cleared up and a lot of direction given. So I think we're moving forward. We're going to move forward relatively quickly, but there's a lot of work yet to be done. Also, next week is the Chiefs Conference, and so the Assistant Chief, Ray Urich, and myself will be up at the Chiefs Conference in Keystone. So we're still reachable by phone if anything, comes up and you guys need anything, but we'll be up there all week. So, and I had another successful back surgery, so we're on the mend and moving forward.
Great.
Good.
Next down on the list is recreation, and Joanne's gonna do that report.
Yeah, Lance just wanted me to report real quickly. He had put in the newspapers, request for anybody to step forward that was interested in possibly operating the golf course. And with that, we've received 5 resumes from 5 different people who are interested in that restaurant. And we will be interviewing them and visiting with them on Wednesday of this week to try to move that process along.
Nice.
Great. Next is Public Works. Dale.
Thank you, Mayor. We have a few items. I have a few items tonight. First of all, it is October, so soon, and so we're rolling out our fall cleanup. And this typically is just limited to bagging your leaves and putting them in bags and setting them out on your normal trash day for regular pickup. We will not accept trash in any of these bagged leaves. We'll also accept bundled up branches and such to have them all cleaned up. And I would just like to point out that we do this, the actual bagged leaf pickup, because it is against city code to blow your leaves or rake your leaves out into the street because it clogs the gutters and such. And so they can be cited with a ticket if they're caught blowing their leaves and such out in the street. So just a reminder that this will continue on up and through from October up and through November. So if you have leaves and they're starting to fall right now, just bag them up and set them out on your regular day. Or if you have branches, make sure that they're no longer than 4 feet and no bigger around than 1 inch and bundled up. And we'll pick them up at no charge on your regular day. Second item I have is Quiet Zone is underway. I think anybody who's driven down Clayton Street or North Railway will see that there's some construction going on. It's really been good with people driving back and forth. We haven't had any problems or anything like that, so I'm really happy with the way things are progressing. And then the final item I have is the Hospital Road project that we recently completed in cooperation with Castle Rock Construction, has now won a national award from the American Concrete Pavers Association for best arterial and collector, urban arterial and collector. So we'll be awarded that on December 4th.
Wow.
Is that a cash
Nice.
prize?
Just a title. No money, just a title.
I don't believe so. It's a vacation package.
Awesome.
For me?
Any questions?
How long does the fall cleanup last?
Up and through November.
Through November.
But they can still put like small amounts of leaves in their dumpsters and
Yes.
not with regular trash?
Yes.
All right. Moving on, Karen, do you have?
You'll hear a lot from me this evening in the work session as I report on the International City County Management Association Conference I attended up in Seattle last week, or the week before last. But otherwise, I just wanted to note that we do have a board opening. The Historic Preservation Board is in need of a member to serve on that particular board. So if anyone's interested, please call me here at City Hall, 842-5001, and I'd be happy to visit with you about that board. Thank you.
All right, thank you. City Clerk, Andrea.
Yeah, just a reminder that this Saturday, the 17th, is the East Morgan County Hospital Foundation Fall Affair, and we have a table available for 8 City Council representatives. Rick Bain is going with 2 people, Mark with 2, Kim with 2, and Janine with 1, and you'll be there at the hospitals. And so we do have room for 1 more. If you can get to me early tomorrow, because if we don't take it, Wendy's gonna try and squeeze someone else in there. So she's doing names for table assignment. So other than that is your regular calendar. Last week, Vicki and I attended the Weigh and Win conference held up in Golden, and we were presenting on behalf of the city because we have a very successful Weigh and Win program.
Andrea presented.
Well, you helped. But they noted that our facility, 10% of our population is using Weigh and Win, actively losing lots of weight, which is the whole premise is to keep or get and maintain a healthy weight. So if you haven't experienced, go out and give it a try. It's very simple, and we got kind of energized to get out and promote it some more. So
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff coming with Weigh and Win. In fact, like, for example, they'll make, like, all the bands compatible right now, just the Fitbit is. And so now they're looking to try to make any of the bands, fitness bands that they'll pair up with Way and Win. They're working on a home scale, and so that and the scale is only like $30, so it's affordable, where you can buy this, and this is all being beta tested right now. But you can buy the scale. It's for home use. If you have a smartphone, you take your picture, get on the scale, and then it'll upload to your Way and Win account. All the other really cool thing is on your smartphone, say you walk into Chipotle or McDonald's or Wendy's and somewhere, and they will text you some food options that would be a better choice than, say, maybe some other things on the menu. So there's they're working on some really cool things that are coming down the pike. So it'll be interesting. If you haven't joined yet, I'd recommend it.
Yeah,
And
just the motivation it gives you, private to keep on track is really awesome. So thank you for letting us go.
Thank you. City Administrator, Monty.
All right, just a few items. First one is we also, when we met this evening with Greg Edel with the Department of Local Affairs, we also reviewed our downtown project, Downtown Revitalization Project number 4. We've had 3 successful phases. This 4th one's turning out to be a little more challenging because the groundwater table's coming up, but we do think that we have a new set of plans that will work from our engineers. We have some new estimates from the contractor that was awarded the project, and now we just have to see if we can afford these new changes in the project. And what we're doing now this week is we're going to determine if we're going to request from DOLA a supplemental amount of funding for the project. Any of the supplemental grant funds that are sent out, they're 50-50, so we still have to come up with 50% of the cost. But if we could save 50% on these other parts of the project, that would help out a lot. The English feedlot, the company out of Sterling, trying to remember their name, Sterling Construction. They're out there doing a great job at the feedlot. They're cleaning up a good, 10, 12 acres of it. They've been doing a lot of good cleanup, fixed up the building a little bit. A lot of work out there, a lot of mowing, so it's looking really good. It's turning out to be a good partnership with them. And that cleanup, one thing that it reminded me of is that we do still need to start moving forward on the master planning of the feedlot. So we're going to continue a little more of the cleanup, and then we'll start transitioning into a little bit of the master planning. So you'll probably hear more of that in the next couple of months as we get closer to finding someone that can do that planning for us. Next is our Water Advisory Committee. We're slating a meeting in the next few weeks. We're still trying to get dates from our water attorney, Ronnie Sperling. Once we get those dates, we'll be getting that information out to our Water Advisory Committee and try and set up a meeting there. Ronnie Sperling, her focus is going to be discussing our water augmentation plans. We have 2 of those, and talking about anything that we need to be concerned about at this point with those plans, and give also the group a quick overview of augmentation plans and how they're used. Another item is just, when we're talking about the golf course or the restaurant and kitchen, the foundations, the J&N Foundation, Petty's Foundation they're so crucial in this project. They've been doing a great job helping us financially with that. It's been a good partnership there, and we hope for that to keep moving forward. Next is with East Morgan County Hospital. When Dale's crews finished the street up over there, they did put the crosswalk in, and so that is there for a safety component of the hospital's project in their parking lot. So that's that one's completed. I did visit with Linda Thorpe at the hospital and just revisited the speed limit reduction discussion that we're having out there, and that letter was sent off to the CDOT, and we haven't had a response yet, but we'll follow up this week and see when we can set up a meeting with CDOT. Also, one of the projects that we haven't got to yet this year is the digital marquee. That's a potential partnership with East Morgan County Hospital. Still in discussion phases, but we haven't forgotten about it. We just had too many other higher priorities in line before that. And one other partnership is Tyler, our marketing and economic developer for the city. He is working with and has discussions with Linda Thorpe of the hospital about a community video that would highlight the community that could be used for city purposes, as well as businesses around the community that want to, any of their prospective employees or people who they're trying to recruit, they can send that out to them so they can get a video and better feel of the community. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. I'd like to add too my thank you to Jocelyn Needham and Pettis. They have really stepped up for this golf course and really made the deal work on that. So, and that's my only report. Is there any council members report?
You know, I'd just like to add one more thing about this, the Way and Win conference we went to. One of the phrases that I heard that kind of struck home with me was this comment I heard was that communities must reclaim their role in caring for their own. And one of the ladies talked about how when they had the heat wave back in Chicago a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, yeah, there was a community. There were two communities that were pretty much by boundaries, you know, connected. And one community, they had quite a few fatalities, and then the next community had 0. And it's like, you know, why would two communities that were so close together, why did that happen? And the reason is that the one community that didn't have any fatalities is that they all looked after each other. You know, they checked in on each other. They made sure that if they didn't have water, they got water, and it was just that caring for each other that prevented the fatalities. When the other community, it was a disaster. And so, I mean, that just goes to show that, you know, the people caring for each other made such a huge difference. And it wasn't the role of the government, it was the community members caring for community members. So I think that just goes to show the power of community, and I think kind of Brush can serve in that capacity as well. So, you know, and like we said, I think that's kind of the reason why we're involved in this Way and Win. And I think if you can empower people like that to take care of themselves, so that when a crisis occurs, then we can help take care of each other. So, again, it was a good conference.
All right. Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second. We are adjourned.